in a search for companionship and love and sex. After meeting her, you may have a different view of these women on the sidelines. Women, as Cindy Kennard tells us, for whom being a fan is much more than a spectator sport.
Getting ready to go to the game. Go Magic!
23-year-old Cherise Gambardella is a college graduate from Connecticut. Her hobby is meeting and dating professional athletes.
I mean, they all have great bodies. They're all, like, beautiful looking. They're all, like, over 6 feet and muscular.
With the basketball season in full swing, right now her life revolves around her hometown NBA team, the Orlando Magic. Tonight, the Orlando Magic are on the road in New York, and so is Cherise.
Is that my cellular?
She's staying with her friend Maria.
You know I'm getting tickets for tonight's game.
You came all the way from Orlando to go to this basketball game in New York?
The game is an excuse. It's a social reason. These games are completely social for me. I get to meet so many men and just other people at these games.
But the truth is, Cherise will also go to tonight's game to watch a player she's been more than friendly with.
You call it intimate. Have you been intimate with him yet?
You're really putting me on the spot.
Well, that means yes, I guess.
I guess. I'm feeling awkward about it because, yes, I have been intimate with someone on the Magic, but no, I don't want to give out his name.
Nights like this are nothing new to Cherise and Maria. They have traveled city to city, watching teams score.
Oh, we have this thing. Met him, know him, did him.
And sometimes scoring themselves.
It's just a joke. Okay, I call Maria. I'm like, Maria. I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching the All-Star game and we're not there. I'm like, I go, know him, met him, did him, know him, met him, know him. I go, no, but you had a couple more did-ems in there.
And it's a possibility they're prepared for.
What is that? It's a Magnum. They're just extra large condoms that a player gave to me. And I just passed them on to Maria.
And what would you need that for?
Safe sex.
The player gave it to you, though. That's interesting.
Yes.
He was kind of concerned, or was it a joke? Or?
No, they're definitely all safe sex as far as I know.
These are all athletes. This box is full of pictures of athletes. And you.
To these women, it's much more than a game. It's an obsession.
Cherise, how do you afford to come up from Orlando to New York, and then Orlando to Atlanta, and then Orlando to wherever the team is?
Well, I work.
Cherise teaches aerobics and freelances as a topless dancer to support her hobby.
Just getting ready to walk out the door right now. We're like on our way to the game.
They're hoping that Cherise's mystery player has left them tickets.
What's her first name?
Cherise.
Cherise, okay, they spelled your name wrong.
Okay. Yeah, girl. Woo!
Your men were doing that. Oh, good, they're good.
And they're in. The tickets mean more than just a seat. They're a passport into the carnival sideshow of celebrity. Everyone drawn by what one player has called the jazz, the glow cast by champions.
All the emphasis is on the NBA. They are the stars right now of America. They're it.
And when the ball game ends, the mating game begins. In this hot LA nightclub, women in the know flock to see and be seen with NBA stars.
Women do get an unfair rap because we chase girls just like girls chase us.
We've been told there's a circuit of eager and available women in every big league city, but no one in the NBA wants to talk about it.
No. I ain't talking about no lifestyle. I'm a married man. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I'm what is known as a child superstar. I'm a handsome guy, so women are going to be attracted to me, but I just have to make the smart decisions, and I was raised the right way, so I'll be all right for a long time.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, my God, here comes Shaq. Like, tell me I'm not going to grab this picture.
The gazillion-dollar man mountain from the Orlando Magic. For Cherise, it's another chance to be part of the scene.
I walked into this apartment, and it's almost like a shrine to athletes. They're everywhere in this house.
Well, I have a lot of friends who are athletes, and I have pictures all over the house of my friends. So Almost every picture in this house is people either who I've met or I've hung out with or maybe have dated at one time.
You make this schedule every month for the team?
This is the month of March, and it's when the Magic play, what days I have to travel, and what days the games are.
The Detroit Red Wings, too? This is
That's hockey. That's hockey.
You don't discriminate.
Oh, no, not at all.
There's hockey, there's football, there's baseball, there's everything. Hello.
How you doing? How's spring training going? I'd like to come down and see one of your games. So why don't I come down for those 3 games? Or 2 games. I don't want to stay 3 days because you'll get sick of me and blow me off for the guys anyway. I met a friend who told me that he knows you, and he said that you announced your engagement at a benefit. So I was like, what was that? Because he told me you were single, so that's what I was like, what's up? All right. All right. Goodbye.
Now, wait. We're here,
Right.
and a player calls up.
Right.
Baseball player?
Baseball player.
You asked him about his engagement.
Right. I mean, I'm very cautious. I mean, a lot of these guys are married, you know, and you ask them, and you have to ask them 3 times before they'll ever even tell you whether or not they truly are married or not. So, but this guy, we have a closer friendship, and I truly believe what he says. So he laughed at me. He absolutely cracked up at me.
If the player were engaged,
I
if the
wouldn't
player
be
were
with him.
married.
You know, I'm not out to go snag some player who, you know, has a girlfriend or a wife. What am I going to do with that? I don't need that.
No, don't call Charisse a homewrecker. And don't call her a groupie either. After all, there are rules.
So are you a groupie?
No,
Why not?
because I don't sleep with every player on that team in that building.
You don't sleep with every player.
Not every player.
Sleep with some of the players?
I would never sleep with 2 players on the same team within the same season. I feel that then you become the team toy. You live for the moment.
Hey, stop!
I date or hang out with the players and get out of it what I need for the moment. It's what you need out of a relationship.
You feel like you're in control.
Right.
But for other young women, especially the very young, contact with athletes can spiral out of control in a hurry.
And they said, well, here's my room number if you guys want to come up. And we said, all right.
16-year-old Christy Benavides and her friends met up with several members of the Portland Trail Blazers at a mall in Salt Lake City. They ended up having sex in this hotel.
That's what I thought, you know, just like going up there and just seeing them, you know, having a good time, you know. That's all I wanted, you know, was a good time, not sex or anything. I think they're jerks. And that they took advantage of me and my 2 friends.
An investigation concluded with no criminal charges filed against the ball players because the teens consented to having sex. But attorney Ed Guion plans to file a civil suit, asking for damages from the players, the team, and the NBA.
If these players wanted to go down to a local bar and attempt to pick up some woman there who's 21 and has her faculties about her, that's fine. But I believe the law ought to protect a 16-year-old girl from a professional basketball player.
In this case, Guion is convinced the players were the predators, but some wives and girlfriends see them as prey.
A groupie is a female or a male, depending upon how you want to look at it, who has no self-esteem.
Michelle is married to Anthony Bowie of the Orlando Magic,
who purposely sets out to do a certain thing, whether it is to wreck a household, whether it is to put a chalk on hers or his calendar to say, I had that one, whether it is to do hideous things like infect someone else with whatever.
Critics, people that are watching this might say, come on, she's out chasing these ball players. She's out screwing around with some of them. You know, it's trash.
I have to say that they're my circle of friends and that I'm not doing anything that I'm ashamed of. And I'm not with any other woman's man intentionally. And I just take out of the relationship what I need for the moment and live happy and just have a good time. I just have a good time.
But a good time at what price? What is the mindset, the self-view of women who spend their lives chasing athletes? In Charisse's case, it's painfully clear.
My father died of cancer of the lungs when I was 6, and he had custody of me. And then 2 years later, which was like the icing on the cake, was I had bonded with my grandfather, and he died of the same thing 2 years later. So it's very hard when I just don't let myself get attached to men very easily. So
I think that's why I like the athletic world, because these guys aren't looking to be emotionally attached. There's a male figure missing in my life, but I can live without that male figure. So unless it's going to be the exact one that I want to fit into that space, no one's going to get in. But I like the social scene. I love going into a club and hanging out with the players, or walking into a club with a player and having them turn their heads. The attention. I love the attention.
And so must many of the players. Despite the scandals, the lawsuits, the negative publicity, and the shadow of AIDS, only the sports change with the season.
Groupies have been here before basketball, and they always be here. Never gonna stop.
Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow is a Magic game, a home Magic game, so I've got to go to that. Well, I'm definitely going to that. There's a groupie, and then there's a wife, and then there is, you know, a Charisse. Thursday I'll leave for Atlanta. Hi, can you tell me how far from here to Atlanta? Like how many hours?
While the game goes on, Charisse is taking some time off. This week, she's on vacation.